أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Page number 11. This is lesson number 7. Kitab al-Sarf. In lesson number 6 we discussed Sulasi, Rubai, and Khumasi, and we tried to understand that any word which is called mawzoon, that would be measured on the scale which is called mizan, and if the mizan is a three-letter triliteral scale, on the scale of 3 letters, it would be called in Arabic thulasi. And then if there is a 4-letter word which would be called quadrilateral scale, where the mawzoon, the word that is being measured, is measured on the scale of 4-letter word, this would be called rubai. And then a mawzoon, a letter, a kalima, which is measured on a 5-letter scale, which would be termed as khumasi. And I explained to you that thulasi would have 1 lam, rubai would have fa, ain and 2 lams, and khumasi would have fa, ain and 3 lams. And the first one would be called lame ula, lame sani, and then lame salasa. Yani 3 lams. And we finished on page number 11. If you go just before the bottom, I explained to you that when a mawzoon is 3 letters, 4 letters and 5 letters, and it has the original letters, harufe asliya, they are 3, 4 or 5, this would be termed as mujarrad. Would be termed as mujarrad. And this word is written on page number 11. And mujarrad, in a nutshell, it just simply means simple, meaning there is nothing additional about it, nothing extra about it. And inaugmented word, it's a simple word and refers to that word which in its mazi form. You see, whenever you measure a word, you would always measure it with the first siga of fail mazi mutlaq musbat ma'ruf, this conjugation of daraba or fa'ala. That would always be the first example. And if it has no additional letters, this would be termed as mujarrad, meaning simple, a 3 sulasi mujarrad, a 3-letter simple word. If this 3-letter word in the sulasi form had additional letters, this is on page number 12, in its mazi past tense form, it would be termed as sulasi mazid fi. So a 3-letter word, mawzoon, which is measured on the scale of triliteral scale, it would be termed as, and it is simple, there is no additional letters attached to it, it would be termed as sulasi mujarrad. And if it had additional letters, it would be termed as a triliteral augmented word, meaning thulasi mazid fi. The same form, if it was a 4-letter word, quadrilateral scale, and it measured on the scale of fa, ain and 2 lams, this would be called rubai mujarrad, very simple rubai, meaning a four-letter, simply four-letter word, without any additional letters attached to it. But if it had any additional letters, then it would be termed as Rubai Mazid Fi, quadliteral augmented word. And the same goes on for the five-letter word. A Rubai would have Fa, Ain and two lams. And Khumasi would Mujarrad, a five-letter word, kalima, which in its original form, without any additional letters, it would be called Khumasi Mujarrad, meaning simple Mujarrad, simple Khumasi, a five-letter word. And Khumasi Mazid Fi in English would be called a five-root-letter augmented word. Sulasi Mujarrad, I have given examples on page number 12. A triliteral simple word, a noun or a verb, it can be either of them, and it would have three radicals and have no additional words. This is the definition of a Sulasi Mujarrad. Triliteral simple word, a noun or a verb that has three radicals and has no additional words attached. This would be termed as Sulasi Mujarrad. And I've given the example, Daraba and Rajulun. So there are three-letter words. They conform to the Fa'ala, the scale. These are the Mawzoons. And they are three letters, and we would call them, in the technical term, we would call them Sulasi Mujarrad. Sulasi Mazid Fi, you will see that a triliteral augmented word, a noun or a verb that has three radicals and also has additional letters, like ijtanaba. Ijtanaba would mean to avoid something. Himarun, himarun would mean donkey. You see that they have additional letters. Rubai Mujarrad, exactly the same as Sulasi Mujarrad. Only difference is that it has four original letters. Quadliteral simple word, a noun or a verb that has four radicals, meaning it has an extra lam kalima and has no additional letters. Ba'sara, scatter, on page 13. Ja'farun, rivulet, it is a name. This would be termed as Rubai Mujarrad. Rubai Mazid Fi is a quadliteral augmented word, a noun or a verb that has four radicals and also additional letters. Tadahraja, tumble. Qirtasun, paper. There are four-letter words with an addition. Khumasi Mujarrad, exactly the same as Sulasi and Rubai Mujarrad. It is a five-letter simple word without any additions. Okay? Safarjalun, a herb. And like Sulasi Mazid Fi and Rubai Mazid Fi, Khumasi Mazid Fi, it is a noun that has five letters, original letters, and in addition to its five original letters, it has additional letters, and it is termed as Khumasi Mazid Fi. Now, Sulasi and Rubai, three-letter words, simple and augmented. Rubai, four-letter words, simple and augmented. They both can be a verb and a noun, but the five-letter word can only be a noun. There is no verbs that are five-letter simple, Mujarrad, Khumasi Mujarrad or Khumasi Mazid Fi, meaning that they conform to the five-letter scale. It is only an ism, a noun, and the same with Mazid Fi. It is only an ism that conforms or has five letters. Khandarisun. I have given you the example of Mazid Fi, Khumasi Mazid Fi, and this is an old wine. It's called Khandarisun. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to understand these. Inshallah, in the next lesson, we will actually get in to understand the conjugations, and it would be beneficial that if you could take a look at the technical terms and try to memorize them on page number 1, so that when we start to understand the conjugations, the gardans, they start to make sense to us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to understand, learn, and spread deen and act upon it. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Salatu wassalamu ala rasulihi Muhammadin wa alihi wa ali baytihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Ameen.